hello. Gonna start where we left off in the last one. Hopefully the game won't freeze up. I didn't mean to get it, but anyway. Dump off all this crap. Where'd our buddy go? I guess he'll show up later. What was that dude? Oh, okay. Did y'all hear? They're gonna next update. We're gonna get some damn moon buggies. Some moon buggies to drive around on. Hopefully, you can put some damn machine guns or something on them. That'd be super fun. There's also supposed to have blank halves for your ships, so you can decorate them yourself. Put in what you want instead of the pre-made ones.
The miners pretty much run the lower levels here.
So that'll be cool. But they've added some stuff in these other updates, not just
Percival.
not just
My God, look
bug
at you
fixes.
now. You're an old man now.
Oh,
You're
There
not
they are.
rationing yourself anymore, Major. Our friend here showed me your sample. Suffice it to say,
Not here. Let's talk somewhere more private. Lou said we could use the back.
all right, Space Keanu, let's go. Percival. You don't run into too many Percivals.
Lou gave me the abridged version of what went down. Yeah, I can't thank you enough for taking care of all that.
makes two of us.
I hope it ultimately didn't end up being too much trouble.
These people never. Oh, there we go. She did blink. Let's see. It's nothing I couldn't handle.
Well, that's certainly not what I was expecting you'd have to go through. But thank you. I'm just glad you both came through intact. So, were you two able to get that workup together?
Got it right here. That sample? It's an exact match for the ones from Londinian.
Londinian. That's exactly what I was afraid of.
Not thrilled to be the bearer of that kind of news. That's for damn sure. So tell me you've got some kind of plan for that workup.
Well, right now, we've got more questions than answers. So I've been trying to figure out what it's gonna take to access our old Terramorph data.
Good place to start. What'd you find?
It's in the archives.
The Armistice Archives? Doesn't that mean we'd be dealing with the Cabinet? And the Freestar Collective? And House Varun somehow? Guess we can kiss that approach goodbye.
I didn't think the cabinet would be willing to hear us out either. But I called in some favors. They've agreed to hear us out on 2 conditions. One, they want to see this analysis you two have procured. And 2, they want to discuss what happened on Tau Ceti. With both of us.
Cool. Let's
That's
do it.
about the best news I've had all day. But before you commit, I want to make sure you know the whole story. Percival and I, we're not just researchers. We were military scientists, ran a division of the UC together that deployed aliens on the battlefield as weapons.
Place I was hiding out. That was our unit's home base.
After some early fits and starts at other facilities, the place eventually became the heart of UC xeno-warfare. A practice that's been banned ever since the armistice went into effect almost 20 years ago. And the UC military cut us loose for what we'd done.
Oh, I know who you are.
Oh. Well, that means a lot. It's not something I'm exactly proud of. But it was during that assignment that the UC asked us to explore deploying terramorphs on the battlefield. The project never got off the ground, but the data our team gathered is now sitting in the archives, along with all the other information banned after the Colony War. Under the watchful eye of monitors from all the galactic factions still participating in regular politics. But if we can convince the Cabinet to help us access that data, it'll give us the tools we need to decipher what exactly this sample might mean. And hopefully, how to prevent more attacks like the one that spawned it.
Okay, well, let's do this thing.
All right. I'm gonna go get this work up into the Cabinet's hands. I'll meet you out front of Mast in New Atlantis.
Good luck. You two are gonna need it.
What, you're not coming? I mean, Percival. Hey, Jade. How are you?
Not a lot of folks would have stuck their necks out for a stranger like that.
Let's see. Oh, dang it. Talk to Sergeant Newman at the lodge. What do I need to talk to him about? We're supposed to be going to Matt. How you doing today, Jade? Yeah. Working your butt off?
The public face of the United Colonies.
Captain! Over here! The
Yo.
workup's in the Cabinet's hands. They said they'll call for us once they've gotten to properly review it. But listen, I know I should have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier. So, in the interest of full disclosure, there's one more thing you ought to know before we head up there. My relationship with the UC. It's more complicated than it might seem at first glance. The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place. I am a clone of a man named Francois Sanon, one-time fleet admiral of the UC during the Colony War, former head of the UC Navy. They called him Ve Victus. Woe to the defeated, in Old Earth Latin. A title he earned. The program I was a part of, it was the UC's attempt to create a new generation of military minds from one of their most respected tacticians. Secure the leadership of the UC military for generations to come.
Are there other ones? Other
I'm
clones?
the last. A few of my siblings, they passed when we were young. Training accidents and the like. But most of the rest were deployed to the front lines during the Colony War, and they never came back. Not a day goes by
don't
where I
know
don't
that they're
think
dead.
about what the world would look like with them still in it.
All right, well, let's go to
I'm
the cabin
getting
and get this rolling.
The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war. The man caused a lot of death on both sides. Freestar Collective and UC. Military and civilians. And the things he did, well, they're a part of the reason the UC and
okay.
Freestar Collective aren't really on great terms to this day. So my involvement, it could be another obstacle they throw at us up there. I just wanted you to be forewarned.
Okay, well, whatever. That's their problem, whatever.
I really appreciate you saying that. I just thought you deserved to know, considering how much you've done already. You know, while we've got a second, was there anything else we needed to discuss? I know you got dropped into the middle of this pretty fast. Or if you've got any last-minute business to attend to, now might be a good time. No telling how long the cabinet's gonna keep us waiting out here.
Nope.
Then I guess
I'm
it's
good.
just a matter of...
The cabinet meeting is about to begin.
There they
All
come.
parties, please proceed to the cabinet chambers.
Sounds like our cue. Here we go.
Well, if you got room, Jay, if you want me on there, I'll come in after I get done with this section of this quest. Shouldn't take very long.
Ah, Captain. Congratulations on joining the ranks of the Vanguard.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what Princess was not doing the other day, was leveling up. There it is.
Ah,
Yo.
welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing this information.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today. So now, we have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all three Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
Yeah, well, we're trying to top the Terramorph,
That's
you
quite
dumbass.
a leap, Captain. Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, Terramorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon. They've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic. And at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask how many deaths the cabinet requires to act. 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
Let's keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt, the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties. Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this terramorph seem at all alarming to you?
Alarming to you? What do you mean? They killed everybody. I was pretty chill with it, though.
That is worth considering. This attack took place on an almost completely uninhabited world. The casualties were minimal as a result. But if there's another attack, will we be so lucky?
Yes, a fine point, Admiral. So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
Yeah.
If the stakes weren't so high, we wouldn't be asking. But, well, we're asking.
I'm inclined to agree.
As am I.
I suppose that does get to the heart of the point, doesn't it? Very well. I consent. The galaxy was lucky you were here today, Captain.
You and I are in agreement, Chief Diplomat. So, if there are no other objections, I believe we can agree to give our full backing to make the request to... What was that?
Attention. Attention. An incident has occurred. Facility lockdown engaged.
There's been an attack at the spaceport. Terramorphs.
Terramorphs. More
Sweet.
attacks. Just as predicted.
Good God. Oh, we need to move.
There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes,
Oh shit,
ma'am.
my damn ship's on the
Admiral
spaceport.
Logan, the local barracks can provide support.
I'll make the order myself. Nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world. Going to take a while to bring them in.
Well then,
Oh, I'll take care of them.
we'll have to make do with the tools we've got. You two, we can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
We're on it, ma'am. Captain, I'm right behind you. Let's get down there.
Alright, let's go. What y'all doing up here? Go on, get the hell out of the way. Ugh, man. Man, I had some pizza for dinner. It's, burpy.
You! The EM rifle, grab it!
I don't think I have. Let's see what I got here. No, not that. Nova Blast Disruptor.
Stop! We're trying to help you!
So long. Now we're talking. Can we get some blood pumping?
That's right. Supposed to get on the train? Oh, there we are. Yo.
Thank you for what you did. We didn't want to hurt them.
The way those
All right,
people
quit talking
were
about it. Let's go.
acting, I've seen this before. They were under the Terramorph's influence, weren't they?
I don't know. They were down at the port and they just started screaming.
Oh my gosh, we gotta stop talking and go
tried to
kill these
restrain
fucking
them,
things.
get them on the train to get them out of harm's way, but some of the other officers down there, we couldn't restrain them fast enough. They just started firing on us. People we knew.
Okay.
Berserk.
Yes,
Demonic
we all know
projection.
this.
Some
Okay.
Terramorphs, they can induce this fog. It affects everyone differently, but some people just lose control, turn against everyone around them, even if they don't want to. They're like a...
We're
You kill
supposed to
the
talk
Morph,
about this
you
after.
break the hold. But this means we're gonna need to be real careful with our fire, and keep that EM weapon at the ready.
Let's
do
go.
it.
Nat's unlocked. Please, do what you can to help them.
Yeah, going to the spaceport. I could have flown there by now.
God, no time to waste, Captain. Stash the EM and pull some firepower. Let's move!
Funds are required to proceed to the nearest
Oh, something made a big fucking hole.
Don't just stand there.
Y'all gotta use fire, man. Fire. Yeah, I'm stuck in this thing.
This is useless.
Yeah.
Going to be okay. It's not real. Whatever you're experiencing right now,
Welcome
it's
back to the pride
not
and joy of the
real.
UC.
We have to put down that
Hello,
floor.
Atlantis.
What? You?
Our experts? We've got the remaining creatures locked down on the landing pad, but we're barely holding our perimeter. They said you've done this before. Well, one fire team to spare and whatever supplies you need, but I can't risk them taking over any more of my men. Put those things down and do it fast. We'll hold them as best we can.
You got citizens just walking out of there. Okay. Fire team. You guys,
Heard you
just
might
stay
be
here.
looking for some backup. You say the word, we're out there on your 6.
You two have any experience with Terramorphs before?
Only the brief they just gave on the way here. But we know how
Well,
to handle pressure.
you know,
Surviving a
we
full-on
got
mental
a
assault
choice.
isn't the same as keeping your cool in a firefight.
Oh, good
Might
lord.
make you more
I'm
liability
starting to
than
not
asset.
like her.
We're not UC security. You don't need to worry about us.
Okay,
Roger that.
yeah, just come on.
We're on you.
It ain't gonna do nothing.
Down your weapons. We just want to be friends.
Ah. Freaking thing's talking to me. There you are.
Join us. Join us in bliss.
Nice work, Captain.
Jacob would think of a crow helping to save New Atlantis. Damn if I'm not proud of it, though.
Where's the rest of them? That ain't my ship, is it?
It's good to be out and about.
What's up, Sam?
Lives get stuffy sometimes. I'd appreciate your advice. After our last talk, I was worried what you'd say, but I always feel better. Thank you. Cora's grandpa, good old Jacob, well, he just will not stop pestering me to see Cora. And that's complicated.
Okay, well.
I mean, can you blame them? She's something else. But things with my dad, my early years, they weren't good. My mother died when I was 7. Some people have such strong memories from their early life. Me, I mean, I remember her. I have some pictures. I remember the feelings, but just a few clear memories.
I'm sorry to hear about that, man.
It's all right. It's ancient history. So, Jacob raised me on his own, and shit, maybe I don't give him enough credit. I mean, I know how tough it is, but he was strict, hard. Dad was a longtime civil servant, a big man in government, and he had a future all laid out for me. Man, could he get his hooks into you. He was scary good at that.
Yeah, most people would hate working for the government.
Exactly. If we wanted big bloated government, we'd head over to the UC. He was my dad, though, when I was a young pup. But I tried. I felt the weight of legacy. I wanted to do him proud. He said I had to learn the business, run some freight, see how credits flow, speak the language. Meanwhile, he's working some angle for a government job for me after. Many, many times. He'd always steer the conversation away or just use logic to dissect every little point. Once I held my ground, and he said I was an ungrateful child, not worthy of what he was doing.
Well, you know, he should have asked.
I know, right? Even after I was with the Rangers, Dad was just always needling, angling for me to join the government. But by then I knew myself more, and I could stand up to him. And Lillian, well, she helped. If I let Jacob into Cora's life, he'll dream up some big future for her and tie her into knots like he did with me. A man could teach a master class in manipulation.
Well, that's freaking, that's your job to not make sure that don't happen.
I suppose. Stranger things have happened. I guess I got more to think about.
Yeah, think about some shit. Like all these fucking Terramores killing everybody. Alright, now what do we do? Oh, there we go. I guess. What do we got? What's going on here? What not still want me to... we don't have the map yet, do we? Can't just fast travel around here. Oh, yep, the map is here. What is that? That's a mast. Oh, it's currently unavailable. Well, they got the map on there, but they don't have fast travel working. Oh, are you Sergeant Yuri, Yumi, Yugi, whatever the hell?
Guess they weren't kidding about you two. First, put the right people in the right place.
Hey, y'all held the line. You're heroes.
Certainly doesn't feel like it.
I don't want to think what would have happened if you two hadn't been here.
Just glad we could
Wow,
rise
it's
to the
been changing the
occasion.
voice.
Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know the Terramorphs have been dealt with. Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
She probably knows because she ain't dead. Yeah, can't fast travel yet. At least the map shit's working.
The spaceport has been secured. Safety precautions remain in place. Please wait for the all-clear signal before exiting your homes. That is all.
That is all.
How much we owe them today.
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, Captain. Well, consider them validated.
Thank you, ma'am.
They say, well, consider them suspicious. Yeah, thanks.
Of course. I only wish we could have acted sooner. Now,
Hello, Princess.
today's events have only clarified our path forward in the eyes of the Cabinet. You will have our full support in collecting the Terramorph data from the archives, as well as a subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks. But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the Cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian, effective immediately, to your former rank of Major. As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating these attacks and how to stop them. Will you do this?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'd be honored.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed first, we're going to need someone to convince the Freestar Collective and House Varun to play ball. Someone who knows precisely the sorts of dangers the colonies and all the galaxy are facing right now. The Cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
We do. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data. So, will you help us?
Yeah, sure. Well, I'll help you.
I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in without the proper support. Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide in gaining access to. You should be able to find her in her office across the hall. And on behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our thanks.
Their ugly heads, UC is going to be ready.
We're on the cutting edge of
Yeah, y'all
technology.
need fire.
I'm gonna go check
It's an
in with
exciting
Chief
place to be.
Engineer Kulkarni. Start getting a plan together for that data.
Yeah,
asked my boss what they're doing to stop new alien attacks on the city. He said, top minds were on it. Sure.
These orders, a Vanguard captain. You...
You.
Yes, sir. I'll make sure they get what they require.
Tomorrow's a day for what, Princess?
That must make you my Vanguard captain. Welcome to Interstellar Affairs. I'm Deputy Chief. You need, and that means first getting you into the archive. What the archives are, correct?
Yeah.
Last I checked, it takes 2 parties to fight a war. But, since you're such an expert, I'm sure you also know it's supposed to be managed by the 3 major galactic players. Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency, and requires a one-time use code from each of the 3 Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective.
Now, the UC is already on board, so that means we'll need to convince 2 people. The ambassadors of the Freestar Collective and House Va'ruun to hand over their codes. Get them both and you'll have your data. But that's a lot easier said than done.
Yeah, you think they'd want to help.
However, both ambassadors have reasons they won't or can't work with us. Now, code, but ultimately, it'll be up to you to get them to cooperate.
And I do
need to get you up to speed on who you're dealing with. Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of Freestar, or Ambassador Balmore of House Va'ruun?
Radcliffe.
The good
I got Cole with me.
Ambassador Radcliffe. She's a veteran of the Colony War, and her is to make ours miserable.
Well then, hope she's doing a good job.
Suggesting you try and negotiate with her.
use your experiences as a member of the military and with the threat we're facing to convince her to lend her support.
And who knows? Maybe that'll work. Stranger things have happened. But my suspicion is going to have to rely on other tools to get her code.
Yeah, I'm pretty delightful.
Well, if that's the case, I'll wait to be pleasantly surprised. But we do have one item up our sleeve. UC Intelligence has a recording device planted in the Ambassador's living quarters, which we suspect you can use to your advantage.
But getting caught trespassing is a quick way to land yourself in an embassy holding cell.
So, if you are going to try and access the device, you're going to need to find a way in there without being seen.
Now, we recovered some intel we believe should be able to help with that. But there's also a disgruntled staff member you might be able to pump for information. Maybe even convince to work with you.
That's all I need.
Here, your diplomatic ID. I'll give them a heads up, you're on your way. Not likely to let you through the door otherwise.
And take these. Chief Yassine wanted you to have some options on how to proceed in there.
Cool. Alright. Why we still got her freaking deal here? Deputy McIntyre. Is this Deputy McIntyre? Yes. Why do I gotta speak to her again? I just got through
Would you
talking
like
to
to
her.
finish your briefing on the ambassadors?
Fine. Let's just do it.
Ambassador Balmore's a challenge. When the rest of House Varun retreated into seclusion shortly after the signing of the armistice, Balmore stayed here. He's since lent his support to a small number of archival requests, so there's real hope he might again. Though claiming to know how a member of House Varun thinks is a quick way to earn yourself a psych eval. It does.
Okay, let's go.
But there's a concern. We're not 100% sure Balmore's actually still alive. His public appearances were always rare, but it's been several years now since he last poked his head out. Scans of the facility show life signs, but not the kind we were expecting. Your task is to find him and kindly but firmly remind him of his duties under the armistice. I have no doubt. Now, the embassy front door isn't an option, but our spies have stated there's a side entrance that should allow you access. Here, this device should get you all the way down to the embassy interior. Once you're inside, though, finding the ambassador is going to be up to you. And fair warning, we received a report that alarms might have been tripped inside the embassy during the attacks. Watch out for automated security in there. Now, if you have additional questions or require clearance for a new approach we haven't already discussed, don't hesitate to ask. I'd suggest you start with Ambassador Radcliffe. Approach her while the attack is still fresh in her and her staff's mind. Be smart out there, Captain.
Alright, let's go. Let's go, Space Keanu.
Hello.
They have mixers for expats at the embassy every now and then. Only place you can get some good old Aquila City beer.
You are a visitor? You'll find the ambassador in her office. Go on through.
Didn't even check my ID, man. You're a terrible guard.
Visitors are
Well,
only
come on,
allowed in
Keanu.
the lobby, offices, or conference room. That means you.
Always good to get back to Freestar soil, even if it is surrounded by New Atlantis.
As in more than one? All that security and they still can't protect their own spaceport. The UC never fails to disappoint. I just wish I hadn't received the news from an SSNN broadcast. We have a strategic advantage to maintain. Do you have an appointment? Ah, so you're the one they called a... Failed to mention you were collective-born. You have my thanks for what you did down there, truly. Saved many lives. Now, she also... And maybe it was just a bad connection. that now the UC wants Terramorph data from the Armistice archives, some of the most highly guarded information in the galaxy, in order to protect us all. I can only presume you're here to tell me I misheard her and that they didn't send you, local hero, to futilely beg on their behalf. Tell me I've got that right.
Yeah, Sam talks.
Ambassador, how important this is.
Didn't you run away to help that little explorer's
Or Neon. The result of the
job to protect the people of the Collective? The way to do that, I believe, is clear. Let me be frank, Captain. The answer is no. That information is there because it is dangerous. I will not be the one responsible for its release. Now, why don't you quit wasting my time and yours, and go? You really gonna
Slade.
push this?
Hang on a second. Should have some drugs. Drugs! What'd they give me? Good old drugs.
Guests can make themselves comfortable in the lobby.
Did I not make myself abundantly clear, Captain? You're not getting access to the archives. I'm listening.
Persuade me. Ugh, man, that's gonna be a risky one. Let's try
In the
this
end,
one.
we all just want to be safe in our little fiefdoms, don't we?
Well, I can do it on the threes. Yeah, I do.
Codes do have a way with words. Imagine how it'd look if the next attack occurred in Freestar space.
Exactly. All right. You gonna risk more
The
death?
cost of being wrong is a high one. Well, Captain, you make some good points. But if I'm really granting you access, I'm gonna need the following concessions. Your access will be limited. You can only take out the items related to stopping the morphs. The monitors will make sure. You need on your and all research done with the data is being used to save the galaxy. Needs to be involved in the oversight. Freestar. So, do we have an agreement?
Sure.
Excellent. Follow me.
All right, everybody.
They They tell me it should only take a moment. And there. Code generator's just this way. It's not supposed to
Okay.
be a long process. It is for emergencies.
You just got it.
after all. Here. McIntyre. We'll coordinate the necessary.
Okay. Come on, Space Keanu. I wished we'd have brought. Need to find her. She may be at the damn office over here. Crew. Perfect. There it is.
It's good to be back.
Alright, where's she at? Probably asleep somewhere. Oh, she kind of hangs out here too. No.
Cora borrowed some of my things without asking. You wanted me to tell you if it happened again.
Oh. No. That's my bed. There she is.
My favorite person.
Let's
Finally,
go.
I've been waiting.
Looks like it's tag you're it, Andreja.
Tag indeed, Sam. We will see you later.
Alright, well, we'll find Sam later.
Captain Chris, I am fully...
Shut up, robot. No, you're not coming with me. What's up, pup? Princess, are you still watching? I bet he's going back to the ship. Just to see. Well, he's not even, okay, he's gonna be on the ship. So that'll work.
You need something?
Nope, not right this minute. Go report this news right quick. Oh, wait a minute. This ain't reporting news. Okay, whatever. Come on, Angie. What's up?
It's so strange that now is my first time inside this place.
Yo.
Time since I have seen one of these trees.
All right, Angie, you just need to be quiet now. Ah, what was that? Ah. These mannequins in here. Go up. I saw a freaking stairs somewhere. Where'd you go? Ah, there they are. What is all this shit hanging around here?
Do they have anything of value?
There's some bullets. Bah! Damn robots. The stream. Well, it's I think it's you. Because according to here, yeah, the train's still going on. Well, why would you need to open it from this side? Okay, we came through this door or something. No, that's not it. Angie, how do we get up here? There we are. You.
Truly know the Great Serpent's designs for us. You have my thanks, and my apologies for the ordeal you just endured. Come, let us discuss.
Cool. Huh. No place for me to sit up.
Not
Okay.
the ideal introduction, I suppose, giving you a grand tour of the embassy via barely functioning intercoms. I do greatly appreciate your persistence. I suspect the Venom tree upstairs has worked itself into more systems than I'd realized. But then again, who could cage such a beauty? Eh? Tell me though, what is it like outside? I heard the broadcast mentioning an attack. Then the embassy was struck with a power surge and then... silence. Has the rest of the city suffered quite so badly?
Yeah, the spaceport's blown up.
Right, huh? I shall need to have these repairs seen to sooner rather than later. Now, it cannot solely be the Serpent's grace that brought you and your friend here.
You need not maintain the facade, Kasric. He knows who I am. Who I actually am.
Quite the breach in protocol, Andreja. Something I look forward to discussing further. Once we've established why it is you two have come waltzing through my door uninvited. Now, the broadcast earlier spoke of terror morphs at the spaceport. A worrying occurrence, certainly, but coming here of all places, when all I could provide is some enthused cheerleading and... an archive code. So the UC requires information, then. On terror morphs, presumably. Do I see this all clearly?
Well, of course.
The preservation of life stands as the very purpose of the archives. Using its data to prevent more attacks, there is logic there. But if I am to grant you access, I have a requirement. For years, House Varun has been known only as an agent of slaughter. We founded this embassy with hopes of shedding that legacy. With little success. In exchange for my code, I require this. You must be the one who ensures it is used for good. Ensure House Varun's legacy is more than just carnage. The knowledge you ask for isn't evil. No knowledge is. It is we who bend it to evil ends. Oh, you must assure me this will be used to save lives, not endanger them.
You got my word, dude.
You have my word as well. And you know that you can trust me.
Well then, I shall not fear. Please, follow me. Let's hope it still works.
Oh wow, I should have raided the other one too.
Let it be used for good.
Sweet. Anything else near me to steal? If not, let's go, Angie. We'll find our way out of this place. That's why I never take my spacesuit off. Poison trees. Ah, dang it, we're right back where we started. There we go. Yeah, I've never been to Mount Rushmore.
The lives of nearly every individual in the settled systems are so heavily influenced by what goes on in this building.
Want to challenge your instincts and hone those corporate skills? Ryujin is hiring the best and brightest of today for our future tomorrow.
Well, that's the embassy. I gotta go by the damn... Check this out, Misty. They got markers in the city now.
Everything good? We're here to help.
Your stories are a big hit. You lead a, well, an amazing life. Really? To say you have my undivided attention is an understatement. A lot of people were there. The accounts we've got were chaotic. What was your role in that?
Yeah, we took down those
Sounds like
damn
maybe
things.
you're being modest. Security isn't exactly trained for that scenario. But all right. The whole city is still on edge over the attack. We were fortunate, damn fortunate, that casualties were so low. What was it like in the thick of things?
Yeah, just focus on
pure
freaking
instinct,
staying
huh?
alive, man.
It sounds like New Atlantis. Heck, the whole UC owes you a great debt. Any closing
Yeah,
comments?
they don't pay worth a
I
shit.
already have a good story here.
I won't rest till the Terror threat is ended.
That makes me feel better. I feel like such a sap, but it does. Hey, Constellation? From all of us that live here, thanks. We use the word hero a lot in news, but you really are one. When you first walked into my office, I had no idea you would be at the center of so much. And I get the feeling you're not sharing everything.
Doubt you'd believe it.
I might surprise you, but I understand. I talked with the editor, and he authorized a special bonus for someone who's worked with us so long. And maybe one day, years from now, you can fill me in on the stories you didn't want broadcast. Take care, Constellation.
Well, there is this one story about twins and neon, but we'll save that for later. Let's see if the fast travel is working yet. Oh, it is. So yeah, now you can fast travel in the you can fast travel in the cities. You ain't gotta wander around all over the damn place. See? Pull up the map, and here's the icons. You can fast travel all over the place. I wonder if they've got the other map up. Hang on. Surface map. No, they don't have that fixed yet. Oh yeah, I gotta go talk to Ambassador What's-Her-Face. Look at there, I didn't have to do all that underhanded bullshit.
You're back sooner than... Oh, wait. Did you actually succeed? With Radcliffe? And Balmore? We're all in agreement.
That's right.
So
Let's
the
do
old
it.
man was still lurking around in there. Fine work, Captain. And now, I've already arranged everything with the archival monitors. When you get down there, the UC monitor will give you instructions on how to deploy the codes. Follow them to the letter. Here, the UC code piece and an archival access card. The entrance is just on the other side of the plaza across from Mast. Absolute
Good
best
Lord.
behavior down there, all right?
I can't shoot the place up. Go on, Angie.
keeping the skies safe out there?
Let's report into our boss right quick. We hadn't
Captain,
even...
Admiral Logan informed me of your part in halting the attacks. Whole damn city owes you. Now, what do you need?
I don't need anything. I thought you might need something. Let's go. Whee!
After the UC Navy's defeat at the Battle of Cheyenne by the Freestar Collective's ragtag fleet, both sides decided the time had come to bring the colony war to an end. So, the two parties came together
And
to negotiate
even
the
after-
terms of the armistice. Fleet sizes.
All this time, everybody still has their accents. Okay. Didn't even check my ID or nothing.
Captain, we've been expecting you. Please approach the monitoring station and we will go over the rules. Welcome, Captain, to the archives. To proceed, you will need to deposit your codes into the 3 corresponding receptacles. Once they are verified, I will open the door. Your data resides in Unit 18. You will not be able to access any of the other units. Once you've collected your data, return to the entrance. You may insert the first of the archival codes when you're ready to begin.
Okay. I'm assuming it's this big door. Ooh, what's that? What's that? This it? That's it? All that for that, huh? I don't know what happened to Angie. She got locked up in there or something. Now where are we going? Earn the data. Excuse me.
Pardon.
There you are. Captain, Deputy told me what went down. Impressive work.
Captain,
I know.
if you'd be willing to transfer the documents to the Major, she and I have been discussing what comes next.
Okay.
Time for us
There
to
you
start
go.
getting some real answers. And figure out if we've been asking the right questions. So whenever you're ready. Acknowledged and
There.
accepted, Captain. So, we've been discussing where exactly this work's getting Already has the equipment, the safety measures. Though it sounded like the deputy had a few more things first.
Indeed. The most important of which is getting you your citizenship.
Then I guess...
Me? Captain, are you ready to become a citizen?
Why not?
Good. This isn't the only item we need to discuss, so... Hand. Captain, through your actions today and in days past, you have earned your place among the United Colonies. Through service, bravery, strength, and upholding of the mutual good. Will you carry and cultivate these values for as long as you remain a citizen?
Sure.
Then, Captain, I'm pleased to welcome you into the United Colonies as a full citizen. Here, your official ID and your citizenship dispensation. We've also let the Aphelion Realty office out in the plaza know you're approved to purchase property. Now, the other item we needed to discuss. There's a member of the UC who's asked to speak to you, but this person is in a sensitive position. Normally, we wouldn't even consider something like this, but we think this person has information that could prove useful in dealing with the Terramorphs. And they've stated they'll only share it with you. They asked for you by name. So I need your agreement.
I am pretty
that
famous.
everything you're about to see is kept in the strictest confidence. You can tell no one. Can you agree
Can
to these
Angie come?
terms?
Sure. I'll take it.
Let's
to
hope it
pray
never
you.
comes to that. Head to the elevator.
Cool. All right. Probably won't get a chance to be back up here again. Yeah.
Say something if you see things worth investigating.
There's stuff everywhere. I never have really looked at New Atlantis. There's crap everywhere. All right, everybody. Well, I am stream. Go play a little Fortnite, I guess. Anywho. And we will see you next time to meet this mysterious who wants to talking Terramorphs. All right. We'll see y'all later.